sweet friends. Welcome back to the phonics classroom. We're going to start today's lesson by listening for onset and rhyme in different words. So I'm going to say a word, and I want you to tell me what the initial sound in that word is. Are you ready? Here we go. My word is seat. What is the initial sound in the word seat? Yes, it is S. Now say the word seat without S. Eat. That's right. So the rhyme for the word seat is eat. Let's try it with the word land. What's the initial sound in the word land? Yes, it is O. Now what is the word without the O sound? And you're right. Let's try another one. Rat. The initial sound is What happens if you take off? I'm left with at. Very good. Last one. Gone. What's the initial sound in the word gone? Yes, it is G. What happens if I take G off? I'm left with on. Very good. All right, friends, so let's jump straight into our worksheet and practice some of those letter sounds. I'm going to say a letter sound, and we're going to write the letter or letters that make that sound. Here we go. For number 1, my letter sound is So for this one, I'm going to divide my line and write F that can come at the beginning of a word. And last week we learned that F can come at the end of a word if we're using the floss rule. Very good. For number 2, my letter sound is Yes, T-H makes the sound. For number 3, my letter sound is X. X. Letter X makes the X sound. For number 4, my letter sound is The digraph O makes the sound. For number 5, my letter sound is ng. The digraph N-G makes the ng sound. For number 6, my letter sound is oo. Again, the digraph O can also make the oo sound. For number 7, my letter sound is I. So I know that letter I can make the I sound, and I, consonant, sneaky E can make the I sound. For number 8, my letter sound is E. So I know that letter E can make the E sound, the digraph E can make the E sound, and E, consonant, sneaky E can make the E sound. Very good. For number 9, my letter sound is T. So for this one, I'm going to divide my line up again. And at the beginning, I'm going to write letter T. Because letter T makes T in the beginning of a word. And we've also learned that at the end of a word, letter T can make T. And the digraph D can make the T sound. For number 10, my letter sound is K. K. So again, for this one, I'm going to divide my line in 2 parts and write what can make K at the beginning and at the end. So at the beginning of a word, K can make the K sound and C can make the K sound. At the end of a word, K can make the K sound, C can make the K sound, CK can make the K sound, and KE can make the K sound if there's a sneaky E hiding back there. Very good. We're going to move on down to numbers 11 and 12 and practice spelling some words using all of these great letter sounds we've been learning. For number 11, we're going to write the word need. Need. I hear the E sound in that word. So I'm going to write need. Need. Very good. For number 12, we're going to write the word good. Good. I hear the sound in the middle of that word. So I'm going to write d. Good. Excellent. All right, sweet friends, we're going to learn our new spelling increment for today. So I'm going to say 3 words. I want you to repeat them after me. And today we're listening for the ending sound. Here we go. Table. Thimble. Bubble. What sound did you guys hear at the end of each of those words? Yes, we heard the bull sound. Let's look at those words on the board. So what do you guys think is making that bull sound in each of these words? Yes, you're right. It is B-L-E. Each one of these words ends in B-L-E. And that is what is making the bull sound. So we call this a final stable syllable. Why do you guys think we call this final? Because it comes at the end of the word. It's the final position of the word. Why do you guys think we call it stable? We call it stable because it cannot be removed from the word. So we've learned lots of suffixes this year. Suffixes can be removed from a word and you still have a word left. A final stable syllable cannot be taken off of the word. We need it there to make a complete word. Why do you guys think that we call it a syllable? Because we call it a final stable syllable. Why do you guys think that is? Because it makes its own vowel sound. The funny thing about these final stable syllables is that we don't see the vowel that's making the sound. All we see is a E at the end, but it's not making E or E, so we don't actually get to see the vowel that's making a sound, but we know it's there. Let's clap these words out and see if we can tell that it is its own syllable. Clap the word table with me. Ready? Table. Table has 2 syllables. One of its syllables is B-L-E. So the vowel E at the end of each of these words is not making a sound. It is silent. So we're going to code it by crossing it out, just like we do all of the silent E's. So I'm going to draw a line through each of my E's. So the vowel sound that we do hear in this final stable syllable is called the schwa sound. That is the sound that you hear between the b and the ul. Bull. So to code these final stable syllables, we draw a bracket in front of it, and it looks like this. It's sort of like a half of a box. We don't want to put a box around it because it is not a suffix. So I'm going to code each of these words by drawing a bracket before my final stable syllable. So I'm going to come over here, draw a little bracket before my B sound. So you guys can think of this bracket sort of like the division line that's separating our 2 syllables. So there's something special that I'm going to tell you about these words. When we have this final stable syllable on the end, it breaks it apart. So we can almost look as this part of the word is separate from this part of the word. So when we look at it that way, we can tell that our A here is not followed by a consonant because this does not count as part of that first syllable. So since our A has no consonant after it, we know that it's going to be long. There is no door closing on it. So I'm going to code my A with the long symbol. Let's look at the first syllable in this word. Does my I have a consonant after it? Yes, it does. means this vowel is going to be short because it has a consonant after it. This word down here is the same way. Does my U have a consonant after it? Yes, it does. So I'm coding it with the short symbol. So I have written a new word up here on the board. This word is feeble. And just like before, we're going to draw a bracket around our final stable syllable, BLE. Sometimes our first syllable may have a digraph in it, just like this word, feeble, does. So we're just going to code our digraph just like we would always do. We're going to underline it, make the long symbol, and cross out our other vowel. Excellent! So let's jump back into our worksheet and practice writing some words that use this final stable syllable. So down here for number 13, I want you guys to write what we've learned today that makes the bull sound. So we're going to write BLE. That's the syllable we learned that makes the bull sound. Excellent! So for number 14, we're going to spell some words that have this syllable in them. We're going to write the word bubble. Bubble. So I hear b, then I hear b, o. Bubble is spelled with the bull sound at the end. For number 15, we're going to spell the word dribble. Dribble. So I hear d, ib, drib, bull. Dribble. And notice both of those words have double consonants in them. They have two B's right next to each other. For number 16, we're going to spell the word table. Table. So I hear t, a, bull. To spell the word table. Excellent. Let's look down at number 17 and 18. We're going to code a couple of these words together just so you guys know how you can code the rest of them on your own. So for number 17, I spot the BLE final stable syllable. So what am I going to do? Yes, I'm going to draw a bracket right in front of my B. I'm also going to cross out my silent E at the end, and then I'm going to code my vowel. So the vowel in this word is followed by a consonant. So it's making the short sound. Very good. Let's try number 18. Our word is fable. Again, I spot that BLE syllable. So I'm drawing my bracket before my B, crossing out my E, and now I just need to code my A. And if you look closely, the A is not followed by a consonant because remember, we can't count that stable syllable at the end as part of our first syllable. They are separated. So that A is screaming its name. There's no door closing on it, so we know that it's making the long A sound. So I'm going to code it with a line to show it's making the long sound. Excellent! All right, sweet friends, I want you guys to code numbers 19 through 26 on your own, and then flip this paper over and practice some reading comprehension, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another fabulous phonics lesson. Bye!